right, let's keep our word list handy as we head into breaking down some new medical terms that are related to the GI system or the gastrointestinal system. First up, we have the word hematemesis. Hematemesis. All right, if you look in this word, you will notice that there is no prefix. However, we have seen the root term hemato before. Hemo, hemato, they mean the same thing, which refers to blood. We do have a new suffix here that is new for this unit, and that is emesis. And emesis can potentially be used by itself, but it refers to vomiting. So hematemesis refers to the vomiting up of blood. Let's take a peek at another word. Next up is dysphagia. Dysphagia. We do have a prefix here, and the prefix that we've seen before here is dys, and it's coming back in a big way for this chapter, so make sure you review that one, but it refers to being painful or difficult. This term is one of the rare words that actually does not have a root term associated with it, but it does have a suffix, phagia, which refers to eating or swallowing. So the term dysphagia means to have painful or difficulty while eating or swallowing food. Let's try another one. Next up, we have the term proctologist. Proctologist. And if you need to pause the video at any point to make sure that you're breaking these down before you see our solutions, please pause to break them down yourself. Practice does make perfect. All right, in this case, there is no prefix. And there happens to be two different root terms. So the first one is brand new. It is procto, which refers to the anus and the rectum, so that end portion of the large intestine. And then logo, which refers to the study of, and that one we have seen before. The suffix here is ist, which refers to a specialist of. So the term proctologist is a specialist who studies the anus and the rectum. So they will deal with the very end portion of the large intestine. All right, let's keep going. Let's try another term. Next up, we have the term dyspepsia. Dyspepsia. It's a little bit different than the one we looked at, which was dysphagia, but let's see how dyspepsia changes the meaning of the term. So the good news is the prefix dys remains the same. It is painful or difficult. We have a root term here, pepso, which refers to digestion. And then our IA suffix is our most generic of all suffixes, which refers to pertaining to. So dyspepsia refers to difficult or painful digestion. So dysphagia we just looked at looks sort of similar, but refers to difficulty while actually swallowing. Dyspepsia, would be to have things like heartburn. And so once it's been swallowed, the actual digestion from there becomes very painful. And of course, we're going to do another term. The next term is mastication. Mastication. See if you can break this down. All right, in this particular term, there is no prefix, but there is a new root term, mastico, which refers to chewing. Our suffix ation, ation, has been seen in several other units, and it refers to an action of. So the term mastication refers to the action of chewing. Okay, so to chew, mastication. we're not quite done yet, so let's take a look at one more word. Enteropexy, or enteropexy, depending on who's pronouncing it. So enteropexy, see if you can break this down. So in this case, our prefix, we do not have one. We do have a new root term that we just saw in one of our previous videos. It is entero, which refers to the small intestine. And we have the suffix pexy, which refers to a surgical fixation. So the term enteropexy refers to a surgical fixation of the small intestine. So they'll actually surgically hold it down to the abdomen wall so that it cannot move about too much. Okay, now that you've defined all the terms, how did you do? Hopefully, it is getting easier and easier as you go along and keep learning words, because the breakdown process is the same. It is just new word parts that you have to really go ahead and learn. We know you're trying really, really hard. You're putting in a lot of effort. You're doing a wonderful job.